talking. I totally need to put Lego. That's just how I sit. These jeans also have a really long crotch. It's always a bit of an issue with crotches. Got some inches. The Lawrence thumb, the most inflexible thumb that ever existed. Perfect. Hey you, I'm so excited that you're here with me today. A little bit nervous, but mostly excited. This is my first ever episode of All In with Iskra. YouTube, I think you should subscribe so you can come back and not miss anything. My show, we have some noise here. Honestly, you could be doing anything in the world right now and you've chosen to spend this time with me. And so I'm really, really appreciative. And we're gonna be in this together, just you and me. There's so much exciting things to come. Modeling and fashion and beauty and wellness and loving yourself from the inside out. I wanted to kind of tell you a few things about myself, just in case you don't know who I am yet. I'm Iskra. I grew up in England, kind of in the middle of nowhere. I entered a modeling competition when I was 12 and a half. I made it to the finals and got scouted, entered into this crazy world of modeling, and unfortunately, I started to get body shamed for my size, and I was actually dropped and rejected multiple times by agencies, and I ended up having a negative relationship with my body. I had an eating disorder and I had body dysmorphia, and I really struggled throughout my teenage years to love myself. And then I found out about plus size modeling, and they told me I was too small. So I ended up using that frustration and that energy to carve out this completely new lane within the fashion and modeling world. I've had failures. I've done things that I'm maybe embarrassed about, and I want to be really open and honest and share all of those real and raw things with you. It's actually my imperfections have made me who I am today. Should we get into it? My top 5 imperfections that I love. Even though that's a bit weird, I think loving your imperfections is really important. Let's do this. So, not many people know this because I've tried to hide it from the internet world, so here we go. I did a full-on commercial on TV for a diet pill. This was 10 years ago, and I was actually the chubby fat bride who needed to lose 5 pounds to fit in her wedding dress. So when I auditioned for the after. I auditioned for the girl in the red bikini doing a slow-mo jog down the beach. If I'm honest, I think I was obviously a little bit disappointed. Then I was like, who got the bikini role? Well, she's clearly hotter than me. And I was already in a really negative place with my body, so that definitely did some damage. At the same time, it was a check. I had to pay my rent. I was, struggling at that point anyway to get by. And it was an opportunity. It was a TV commercial. I think I just thought at that point that a model just stood in there and didn't really have much impact. I didn't realize the impact that advertisements and messages and people telling you things had on you, because I was that person. I was being influenced by diet pills. I was being influenced by all those ads where people were photoshopped and looked perfect. I was slimmer than I am today, and yet I was advertising that I needed to lose weight with an unhealthy diet pill. Like, it literally goes against everything I stand for today. And I think it's a really good lesson. No matter what decisions you've made in the past, you can change, you can evolve, you can grow. If I went back today to that time, there was no way on earth I would ever do that commercial, no matter what money. I realized how detrimental that diet pills can be to your health and your well-being, and just the messaging too. There was nothing wrong with me being that bit chubbier. I'm gonna be sharing a lot more stories, kind of shocking ones. We're gonna get real on this show. Oh my gosh, once stole money from my parents, like took their credit card and bought detox tea on their credit card when I was, 16, 17. I was conned into the whole thing. I was so desperate to be slim because that's how I thought I would be happy and successful as a model. And it was like a monthly subscription, and it was so overpriced for this damn tea. So my poor parents got this bill, and it was like reoccurring that they had to cancel their credit cards and everything. Like, I'm so embarrassed by it. It's awful. I don't think there's any emoji in the emoji dictionary that could describe what my face looked like when I tasted this darn tea. It was just like oolong tea, that was it too, and it was just ooh. But I learned so much from that. Now I realize the dangers of diet tea, that a lot of them are literally diuretics, can literally mess up your whole internal system. On this show, I definitely want to tell you how I eat in a really balanced way, and the fact that I don't agree with diets and what that means and what that looks like. There's going to be a lot of cooking, good stuff, yummy stuff. I wouldn't say I'm Jamie Oliver, but everyone loves my food. All I want is for you also to have this healthy, happy relationship with food. And that doesn't mean dieting, that doesn't mean restricting, and it certainly does not mean calorie counting. You won't see calories anywhere. Even though, like I said, I used to be caught up in that world of yo-yo dieting and detox teas. I even tried the maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and lemon juice diet. I mean, I really tried everything and it was miserable. Burrata is amazing, because that's my favorite cheese. So I just have to tell you that. And also something I need to mention is dessert and the importance of dessert. It cannot be overlooked. When I was in, I think it's probably like middle school age or maybe even younger, we would have these long tables at school and I would sit specifically on the end, the furthest away from the teacher so they couldn't see me, and I'd literally get my friends to pass down their desserts and finish them all. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be making some yummy scrummy ones that are perfect for sharing or eating all yourself. Because I was eating all the desserts, who ate all the pies and me, I ended up being a chubby kid. And my whole family would be like, don't worry, it's just puppy fat, it's gonna fall off. It didn't. Then, when I was a teenager, I started swimming competitively. I actually swam like in the English nationals, so I was pretty good. I did breaststroke. And I had a weird head thing that I used to do. It worked, so be weird. One thing that was always wrong about me or didn't fit into sample size was like my legs and my thighs and my hips and my butt. When I looked in the mirror, I would grab my own fat from my thighs and try and make them look slimmer, and only wear black because that made you look slimmer. That's a huge imperfection that I had that I've managed to love, and I realized that they're mad strong. Like, I can box jump better than most people. And there's so many things that I'm proud of my legs for enabling me to do. And I wanna help you find those imperfections and turn them into things you love too. It's not about hiding. It's not about trying to make yourself small. On this show, I'm gonna be teaching you how to embrace yourself and how to dress to feel confident and to feel your best. And that also goes into wellness and beauty and skincare. We're not trying to mask you, hide you. I want you to feel like it's you and you're out there and you're exuding confidence. I've got loads coming up. So, talking about box jumps and how, like, I now see my legs as these empowering, strong, I do have a funny story, which is imperfection number 4, my competitiveness. This one time at LA Fitness, downtown LA, I got the box jump out, and it was one of those terrifying looking metal contraptions. You know the ones I'm talking about? I'm super competitive, especially in a gym environment where I feel like it's male dominated. They're looking at you thinking, oh, what can she do? Oh, I'll show you. So I do my box jumps, and literally a couple in, I just took out my shin. I knew it was bleeding. I knew I cut it open. I knew I was gonna have a bump. To this day, I still have the bump, and it's been about 4 or 5 years. I gritted my teeth, and I got back up, and I continued to jump. Because I'd watched all the guys looking at me going, oh, look, she failed. She fell flat on her face. No, I'm still here. That's an imperfection that's actually fed into a strength, maybe. Like, that I've just got this competitive nature that I can really use to my advantage. I can't wait to show you some workouts. I'm gonna maybe even rope Philip in to some of those couples workouts. Bearing in mind, he did get up this morning and I didn't, and he worked out, so. Actually, I'd say that's probably my 5th imperfection. It's something to do with Philip and our relationship. He like takes his socks and trousers and clothes off like as he walks and then leaves them in a trail. Kind of drives me mad. I have patience issues. I'm pretty messy too. So it's like, how can I have a double standard? So that's definitely an imperfection I'm working on with my patience. And, you know, bless Philip, he's so patient with me. So definitely something I'm working on. This relationship is new to me because it's the first time I've had like a partner. Oh, why am I getting emotional straight away? Oh. Sorry. I've had like boyfriends before, but gosh, Philip's really like, thank you. very different with Philip. That's all I can say right now. Why can I not talk? I definitely sacrificed a lot in previous relationships. I compromised, but only me. So it's the first time I really feel like I'm 100% me. Oh gosh, I'm gonna mess up all my makeup. I feel like I've got communication and trust for the first time, and someone who values me for exactly who I am. Like, not the perfect me, just the crying mess me. You're gonna get to know Philip, and I know you're gonna love him as much as I do. You might not cry, because that would be weird, but I think you're gonna love him. Comment your imperfections down below. Not just the ones you've learned to love, but maybe the ones you're still struggling with, and maybe I can help you. Please stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.